Good afternoon, everyone. How you guys doing? So how many of you came to the session specifically versus how many of you just hung out here to take a nap right after lunch? All right, I hope most of you are here for the session. We're going to be talking about how to get data into Azure Data Lake storage using data flows and using the common data model, CDM. My name is Miguel Llopis, and Oleg.
Yep, name's Oleg. I'm a program manager working specifically on CDM.
So we are both program managers on the team. We're called Citizen Data Integration Team. What that really means is about a team who takes care of data preparation and connectivity experiences for the no developer user, low code, no code experiences, which I assume most of you are developers, actually. OK, so one of our goals is to put guys like you out of a job. No offense, but we're actually here to help users who don't know how to write code actually do more stuff and actually, reduce the amount of load or the stop making you guys a bottleneck for as many things as possible. Now let's talk about traditional challenges around data preparation, and then we'll talk about how data flows and CDM can help, and then we'll do a recap. We actually also have a session tomorrow morning. We'll take a full hour to walk through these concepts in much more detail. First, let's talk about challenges in today's data preparation experiences. So let's just as a recap, today, thinking about a no developer like a business user or a data analyst, it's very easy for them to find and connect data, right? The experiences that they have to connect to data, they are common across any different tool. Like if you use Excel, or if you use a Power BI, or if you use a non-Microsoft tool, they're all the same experiences. They all work fine. Regardless of the data source that they're trying to connect to, data is always in the shape that they need for their specific analytic or consumption scenarios. Reshaping data, in the case that it has to be done, which is very rare, it's actually fast, quick, easy. There's no performance issue. There's no issues with data volumes. Joining data across data sources is also straightforward. Data always changes at the same pace, regardless of the data source, so it's very easy to reconcile data, right? OK, so this was my test. I saw some of you are laughing. Which is my test to make sure you guys are not falling asleep. In reality, it's hard to find and connect to data for a non-developer. The experiences are fragmented. Different tools have different experiences. Different data sources require different query languages and understanding of different concepts to actually extract data from them. More so, data is never in the shape that you need or that the business user needs for their analytics or their reporting scenarios. And more often than not, they have to combine data together across different data sources, which change at different pace. There's sources that change once a year. There's sources that change multiple times per minute. How we actually allow them to bring all this data seamlessly together, reconcile, normalize, clean that data, join it, and so that they can actually reuse it more easily. That's what's all about. Even more so, the volume and the number of different data sources and the data silos in the organizations continue to grow. It's very common that large organizations will have different data sources for different scenarios, different tools, things like your social, your marketplace, your advertising platforms have different silos of information. Same goes for your transactional system or your IoT devices who spew data onto some underlying data source. A first step towards reconciling that is having a single place, and this is where you probably heard buzzwords like data lakes, right? So this is where they come into play. A single place where your business users can go and find information that's been dumped from many different tools. But it's not just the raw data, it's also been normalized and cleansed and put together in a way that they can make sense out of it. So that's what it's all about. Just to expand a little bit more on the challenges around data prep, here's a quote from Gartner, and this is particularly around analytics, but it makes sense in most of other domains. 80% of their time is actually spent on data prep and getting the data to the place they need so that they can actually start doing their work, which is maybe decide on something or analyze that data. Now, how can data flows help? How many of you are familiar with Power BI? All right, how many of you have heard about Power BI data flows? OK, few of you.
Okay.
Of course, Colin, who is on our team,
You don't count.
has heard about it. You don't get the bonus points for that. But data flows is a low-code or no-code experience that we've recently introduced into Power BI that allows users to use the familiar Power Query experience. This is the get data experience that we expose in Excel and Power BI and many other Microsoft products to actually connect to some data sources, apply some data transformations, map along the way to common data model schemas if we wish, enrich that data, and land it into a single place. That's the Azure Data Lake storage. We support about 45 connectors today, including cloud and on-prem sources. We're going to do a couple of demos of that. And so let's go take a look at it. All right, so what we're looking at right now is Power BI, powerbi.com. I'm looking at my workspace view. And within here, we recently added this new tab for data flows. Here's where you would see also all of your reports and data sets for the current workspace. Now, if we go create, we can create a new data flow. And this is going to give us a few options. The first one is to define new entities, brand new entities from an external data source, maybe an on-prem SQL database or some data feed or something where we want to pull data from. The other two are about reusing data that already exists in the data lake. The first one allows you to link to an entity that maybe somebody else already defined in a different data flow. And the third one, which we'll talk a little bit more about later, is about attaching a CDM folder, which may have been created outside of Power BI. For this demo, we're actually going to go add brand new entities. And here is where we go into the Power Query experiences. And this is the Get Data dialog. So here we have access to the 40+ data sources we were talking about. Things, like different types of files, database sources, bunch of relational databases, Power BI data flows, of course, for reusability of entities that after we created, a bunch of Azure services out of the box, other online sources, things like the Common Data Service, Salesforce, SharePoint, and a bunch of others. And the other tab has a few more things like Active Directory, SharePoint lists, web APIs, so you can connect to any REST API out there and pull some data in, web pages, just so you can do a screen scraping of HTML tables, and other things. So for example, OData. We're going to go connect to an OData feed. My favorite feed in the world is Northwind. So let's go and actually copy that URL. And we'll paste it in here. In this screen is where I would actually pick an on-prem gateway. In this case, it's a cloud or internet-facing data feed, so I don't need to pick one. And I'll just connect with anonymous access. How many of you are familiar with Power Query? Okay, few of you. So this probably feels right at home for you. This is the Power Query online experience. This is the equivalent to the Navigator dialog in Power Query in the desktop. And here you can come in and start clicking on entities, and you can actually get previews of data and select one or multiple entities. So we're actually going to select 3, customers, orders, and order details. And then we're going to click next, and that's going to put us in the Power Query editor. The Power Query editor is the main surface where you'll apply data transformations. So we have the 3 queries that we selected, the 3 tables that we selected, and the connection seems to be a sluggish here, so bear with me on that. All right, it's back. So now we have 3 tables. We have order details, orders, and customers. And what we would like to do is actually create a single entity that does the top 20 customers, right, by sales. In order to do that, we need to massage this data. So the first thing we need to do, order details has lines of order. And you see for each of them, like for this order ID, 10,248, we have the product ID, and then we have the unit price and the quantity and the discount. Let me actually zoom in, because you'll see it a little bit better. Right, so we have those columns. The first thing we need to do is to actually calculate the line total. So we're going to select unit price and quantity, and we can right-click and say, actually not right-click, we can do add column, and we can insert a new column that does a multiplication of these 2. So now we have our line total here.
And you're using M expressions to drive this, right? So the M
Yeah, so I'm actually using the UI to define a multiplication here. You can see in the formula bar how it generates an M language expression. M is the underlying formula language behind Power Query. Now that we have the line total, we can actually go ahead and do the total for each order. So we can do a group by order ID. And what we're going to do, we're going to calculate the total by doing a sum of the column that we just created, line total. And that's going to give us just the output. So now we have for each order the actual total. Now we can go to the orders table. And in the orders table is the one that binds order IDs with customer IDs whenever it loads. So here we also need to do another join. so that we're going to keep these two columns, order ID and customer ID. We'll remove the other columns. And now we're going to do a join. So for that, we can do combine tables. We support join or merge and a union or append in Power Query. In this case, we're going to do a merge. And here I can select how do I want to join. So I want to use from the current table the order ID column. And from the other table, the order details one, I'm also going to use the order ID. We support all types of joins. In this case, I'll just stick to a left outer join. And when I click OK, we're going to land that extra column that has all of the details from the order details table. And from here, I can expand the specific columns that I'm interested in. In this case, I only care about the total one. So now we have the total for each of the orders. Now we're going to go ahead and do a group by customer ID so that we can get the actual total sales for that customer. And that's, again, going to be a sum of the total column. And now we end up with these two columns, customer ID and the total sales. Now if we switch to the customers table, which was the original table, from here we can just pick a couple of columns that we're interested in, such as the customer ID and the company name. And then we can remove the others. And now we're going to do another merge. So we bring that total sales for each of these customers from the orders table. And we'll stick to the left outer join again. So kind of a rinse and repeat from what we did in the other join. We'll just expand total sales. And now that we have total sales in the customers table, we can actually do a sort descending. So we get the top paying customers on the top. And we said we wanted the top 20. So we can go reduce rows. And we'll say we'll keep the top rows. We'll do the top 20 rows. And that's our top 20 customers. So we'll just say top 20 paying customers.
And this is the data preparation stage you were talking about. So
That's
what
correct.
it maps to.
Now we can disable load for the other two entities because we don't really need them. We just wanted this final one. Now we can say save and close, and this is saving our data flow definition. And it's going to return that we've saved just that one entity. So now we can say top. Actually, let's call this build demo at theater. And we'll save that data flow definition. And now we can kick off refresh now. We could also set up a scheduled refresh. For the sake of the demo, I'll just do a refresh now operation. But now we can close that data flow. Now what we've done is actually create this entity that is loading data to Azure Data Lake. And we can have our users reuse this entity from many different Power BI reports. The main Power BI report authoring tool is Power BI Desktop, which I have down here. So within Power BI Desktop, I can connect to many different data sources directly. It's the same Power Query-based experience. Now what we're going to do in this case is just connect to that one entity that we created in Dataflows. Rather than having them connect to the OData feed and redo the transformation logic, now it's a different user, maybe a more basic user who just wants to connect to that top paying customers entity to do some analysis. For that, we can go to the Power BI tab here, and we have Power BI Dataflows. Now it's going to try to sign me in with my Power BI account, which it's probably already logged in, so it's going to take me straight into the Navigator dialog. Again, very consistent experience with what you saw on the online version. And now here, oh, it's not coming in yet. All right, so I'll use a different one. The one that I was just refreshing didn't complete refreshing yet. So let's see if one of these has some data. So this, for example, this one has products information. I kind of beat the system with the refresh. But here's where I would have seen a new, actually, what is my data flows premium? Let's see if it actually made it in. Oh yeah, it made it in just now. Here's build demo at theater. This is the data flow that we just created. And there should be one entity within. That's the top 20 paying customers. And now I can select this entity from here and just load and start building my reports and reuse that data. It's been created and curated by somebody else, loaded into the lake. Now users can consume that from Power BI. I do have one more demo to show you that connects with all XPs on CDM. You saw how the authoring experience here was actually, bootstrapping a new data flow entity, connecting to something that I knew, which was an OData feed, and just providing all of the transformation steps. Now, as part of creating a data flow, we're going to release what the notion of a data flow template. Data flow templates allow you to pull data from well-known data sources, for example, things like Salesforce, things like Dynamics 365 for sales, and have predefined steps to prep that data and map it to CDM schema. This is something that will be released in the next week or two, so keep an eye out on the Power BI blog for it. If I go create a new data flow and I switch to a different environment here where I have this feature enabled, you're going to see that within the Get Data dialog, there's going to be a new section for templates. Drum it. All right.
It's getting there, yeah.
Great. So now we have a new section at the bottom for templates. This will be released in the next couple of weeks. Let's take the Salesforce one as an example. All I need to do as a user is just provide my identity, so I can sign in with my Salesforce credentials. And from here, hopefully, I remember my password. All right, not that. Okay. Too many attempts. Sorry.
Yes.
You happen to have an account?
No, I'm staying within one
Sorry,
system.
sorry about that. Let's see
So
if
we
I
can
get
go
more
to
lucky
the
with the
Entities. Go with the,
sales
yes,
one.
go with this one.
Well, I don't have a sales URL. I'm sorry, but I'll show you. I do have a backup screenshot here. Something funny happened with my account. It was working yesterday. Typical excuse, right? So what I wanted to show you is actually the fact that you can use Salesforce template, and it would pre-populate the list of queries, already like 8 different queries that have a bunch of transformation steps, renaming columns, reconciling columns, combining them together, and mapping to CDM. And then, with that out-of-the-box template, you can easily bring Salesforce data into your data lake in CDM compliant shape. As a recap for my section, let's talk a little bit about data flows. So data flows, what are they? They're a new capability to get data into Azure Data Lake storage, low code, no code. It's coming to the rest of the Power Platform soon. So if you're using Power Apps, if you're using Flow, but not Power BI, soon you're going to be able to define these data flows for use within your Power Apps and Flows. They use the familiar Power Query experience for data connectivity and preparation. They leverage CDM folders, so that's the output is a CDM folder on the lake. And you can also map to CDM data along the way. And they enable advanced capabilities such as the Excel data lineage and orchestration, which we didn't talk about today, but we'll cover in depth tomorrow. They're not a replacement for Power BI data sets. They sit a level higher, so you can reuse data flows across many different data sets. They don't replace the classic data warehouses either. These are a self-service solution on top of Data Lake. And they're not a replacement for ADF or SSIS. There's a space for those tools. This is low code, no code versus ETL Pro developer capabilities with ADF or SSIS. They work across Power BI Pro and Premium as well. There's some add-on capabilities on Premium, like the whole linked and CDM folder capabilities that I mentioned. They're not additional costs. They come as part of your Power BI license. And one part that drives me nuts, they're spelled without a space or with no capital letters, but I always use capital D. With that, we have 5 more minutes. Oleg's going to talk about CDM.
Okay. Guess the demo is more exciting than just seeing a bunch of slides, so we just gave the premium space for Miguel. Big shout out to Miguel. Do you like what you've seen so far?
Thank you.
Great. Now you heard CDM model entity a few times. How many of you browse to the CDM page at Microsoft site? That's it. Okay. Go to ak.ms wax CDM as in common data model and check out. You'll see a similar slide. So what is CDM? CDM spells out as a common data model, which is a shared data model that allows applications to interrupt between each other using data, and it enhances data with lots of semantic metadata that is normally absent in the data source. So when you have a data source that Miguel was pointing at, that data source may have undecipherable acronyms. So it may have a similar and sort of repeating names like phone 1 or phone 2 or phone 3. That's not very exciting, and you spend lots of time deciphering that one. So One of the great purposes of CDM is to put a semantic metadata in front of it, so it will capture the entities, the attributes, the relationships between them. So you know that that address belongs with the customer, or that phone number is actually an emergency contact phone number because you can decorate it with actual traits. We call them traits. So it's a very enriched metadata that is actually great. So the CDM is discoverable at our website. You can see the core. You will see the, on our side, you'll see the core. What is the core? There's a list of standard entity definitions that Microsoft provides. Literally, they're available at our GitHub, and you can read the documents on our website. This isn't to say that you are forced to use only those entities. These are the reference points for you. These are the standard entities that correlate well with our Dynamics 365 offering, and you can use them as is. You can also extend them. It doesn't mean that you're going to join that bigger list, but it's going to be entities which are your own. And so the ecosystem of external partners, they can use all the standardized definition of these entities. So if you write an app that is aware of CDM, or use the ETL tools and the Power BI and the data flows, it's inherently built into the tool. So you will see the shapes, and you'll see relationships with those shapes. So in other words, in a traditional ETL, how many of you are ETL kind of? Yeah. So you normally think of, I'll need to first find my data. I need to find the source of where the data is. I kind of encourage you to think a little, just flip your thinking. What am I trying to accomplish? What is my target data? What am I trying to bring? What data am I trying to bring? And, I see smiles. Yeah, what is the data that I'm trying to bring? And do it that way. So you'll define your data that you want to bring in first in the shape of entities, and then use our machinery to load that one up. So have some time.
And I think they want to kick us out.
Yes, he's here to kick us out. The last words before they drag me off the stage. The great advantage of using CDM is not only interop, but is also ability to do lots of analysis on a data lake. You can turn on all the ML and all the AI features that will not have to guess anymore what the data means, but they would actually know what it means because they can inspect attributes and traits. And then you can have subsequent reporting, and you can have all the other consumptions here. I'll quickly pass through it. This is the money shot. This is the power of CDM combined with the data lake. And up on the top, you can see all the sources that can contribute to it. And at the bottom, basically see what are the transactional and non-transactional data, because CDM is not transactionally specific. You can use IoT data to define in terms of CDM, the clickstream data, whatever else you need to define a shape and a meaning of. Key CDM takeaways. Business value, I kind of spoke to it. You can read the slide. Basically, stop at our 8:30 breakout session tomorrow. Go browse the data lake booth, find the data lake, understand how it's used. Go stop at Power BI and the CDS, the Common Data Service. You will see how it works end to end. You love it?
Yep. So just a reminder,
You
8:30 a.m.
gotta love CDM.
8:30 a.m. tomorrow, breakout 4013. That's our session tomorrow
It's
morning.
kind of early, but it's going to be fun.
We'll spend a full hour, data flows and CDM half and half, so really a deep dive on CDM will be available.
Do we have time
And
for Q&A?
if you want to stop by our data integration booth on the other side of the expo area, you can pick up a poster, or tomorrow morning at the session as well. Thank you.
Go click on the site. Learn it. Use it. It's great.